Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and do the BlHeli setup. So first thing, we're going to plug in our quad. And notice you hear the beep and we can see the COM port show up in the upper right corner. So at this point we'll go ahead and press connect. Alright, once connected, we need to plug in a battery before we press read setup. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in a battery. Alright, now hear the startup tone. At that point, go ahead and click read setup. Alright, now the first thing we need to do is update the firmware on our ESCs. You'll notice the Baby Hawk's going to come stock with version 16.6. We need to upgrade that or update that. So we're just going to click flash all in the lower right corner. For version, we're going to choose 16.67 with BlHeli multi-shot next to it. That's actually the version that has D-shot commands, and we're going to need those. So 16.67 RC and hit flash. At this point you'll see the ESCs start flashing. I'm going to go through each one, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll just have to wait for that to finish. Alright guys, so in the upper left corner we can see ESC4 flashing finished. So that tells us all the ESCs have been flashed. Notice we now see 16.66, 16.67 D-shot command next to each one, so that's telling us they've been flashed. Now again, on my Baby Hawk, I'm going to be running reverse motor direction, so I'm going to need to update the motor direction right here on each ESC to reversed. So I'm going to go ahead and set that now. And of course, out of all my Baby Hawks, they've all been set to normal out of the box by default. So meaning all 4 ESCs were on normal. If you happen to get one and you've already got maybe 1 reversed or 2 reversed or something like that, Emacs should have it set to where they're all spinning inward or not using reverse props by default. So basically we're just going to need to set each ESC to the opposite of how it comes set by default to run reverse props. So we've got all those set. Now the last thing we're going to do is set our Star Wars tone. I've had a lot of people hear my Star Wars tone on the Baby Hawk and they've asked me how do you do that or how do you set that up. So I'm going to show you right now. It's really simple. All we have to do is change the beep strength over here to 91. So I'm just going to drag this slider up. And it can be kind of difficult to get it to stop on 91 sometimes. If you have a problem with that, just click on the circle and hold down the mouse. And then you can use your arrow keys to actually go up and down. So I'm going to do that now just to show you. So I'm just using the arrow keys to move up and down by 1 now. And there's actually several different start tones. I believe 91 through 96 will each one of those will give you a different tone. Again, I like the Star Wars one, which is 91, so we're going to leave it there. So again, we've got all our ESCs set to reverse now. We've set our beep strength to 91. So we're going to go ahead and hit right setup in the lower right corner. And in the upper left we can see reading setup finished, so that tells us it's done. And that's all you have to do in BlHeli, guys. So we're going to go ahead and hit disconnect. And your flight controller will reboot, and notice you can hear the Star Wars tone now. So we've got that set up. And that's all there is for the BlHeli setup.